Hi, I'm Dr. Victoria Aime. I'm a plastic surgeon in Scottsdale, Arizona, and I wanted to give you a little bit of background about myself and why I started my own practice to deliver the best concierge plastic surgery that I could. So I was born and raised in Arizona, actually out in the East Valley before it really grew to what it is now. I went to ASU for undergraduate. And I studied biomedical engineering for both my undergraduate degree and my master's degrees. Following my master's degree in biomedical engineering, I actually went to the University of Arizona College of Medicine down in Phoenix. That was really great. It was a stepping stone for me to figure out what I wanted to do with my life and choose my specialty. I ultimately landed in plastic surgery, and I had the opportunity to be the first resident accepted directly from medical school to the Mayo Clinic in Arizona. I was very fortunate to have that opportunity. I was very excited. It really has built a foundation for me and my practice and what I have today. While I was at Mayo Clinic during my residency, I actually had the opportunity to explore a lot of the subspecialties of plastic surgery. So we think of plastic surgery as just a big field, and everybody's got a different idea of what that really means. But there's craniofacial surgery, there's reconstructive surgery, there's hand surgery, there's burn surgery, and there's aesthetics. And I really knew that aesthetics is what I wanted to focus on. It made me the happiest. I read extra about it in my spare time. I always was kind of thinking about, well, if I was the aesthetic surgeon in this case, what would I do? It really just brought me the most joy, and it just was a natural progression for me to find myself in. Following my residency training, which was 6 years, I actually had the opportunity then to do an extra fellowship training with Dr. Luis Rios down in South Texas. We did a ton of surgery, a ton of breast and body surgery. He is an exceptionally well-known plastic surgeon, especially in the world of body contouring, BBLs, fat transfers, tummy tucks, things like that. And I had a wonderful learning opportunity down there. I spent nearly a year with him in South Texas before I decided to move back home to Arizona and open my own practice. I chose to do concierge private practice plastic surgery because it allows me to have more control over how I interact with patients, how much time I can spend with them, the post-op protocols, things like that. It really takes away those barriers that you have in big healthcare systems. And I've been really fortunate that I was able to do that in my home state of Arizona. It really has allowed me to take the best of both worlds and apply both what you get out of a hospital setting or a surgery center and what you can get out of a private practice and deliver the best possible care that I can for my patients. One of my favorite things about having my own practice and being able to have a concierge practice is that we can be very innovative. We can go out and we can learn new techniques and new technologies, and we can bring them in and implement them right away. The other thing that being in private practice really affords for me is that I am able to have one-on-one relationships with my patients, which I can develop over the long run. There have been numerous patients that I have treated other family members, and they've built a relationship with me. Being able to have that in my private practice was really important to me, and so I really have been happy with being able to provide that to people. I know it sounds cliche, but the nice thing about this practice is that I can personalize care for every single patient. So every single surgical plan and recovery is tailored specifically to that patient based on their goals, their bodies, their timeline. And so I really like having the ability to personalize everything rather than a cookie cutter. If I just met you in the emergency department, I never got to see you again. This really gives me both the long-term relationship and the ability to really personalize and tailor your care. And that really goes back to building these relationships long-term. I can tailor, your expectations and how I deliver the care specifically for you. And in tandem, I get to have a time and opportunity to get to know you. It really just comes down to, building the best possible care plan for your individual needs and your individual goals. Plastic surgeons are master surgeons at the entire body, and I knew that I didn't want to just do one specific area of the body. I really enjoy operating from head to toe, basically men and women, children and adults. I love that I can serve everybody, or at least a large population of people with their different goals and their different needs, and as they age. So someone might come to me when they're younger and want a mommy makeover, and then later in life they may want a facelift, and I love being able to be the surgeon that can do that for them. And really that just goes back to building long-term relationships with my patients and seeing them change through the years. One of my main goals is delivering a natural result for every patient. So that might be a little bit different for every everyone, but really what that means is that, you know, maybe someone can tell something is different about you, but they don't know quite what it is. You glow, you feel better, you look better, you're more confident. So that's part of trying to deliver a natural result for every single person. And again, that might be a little bit different for everybody. So interestingly, even though we do a lot of physical changes with our surgeries and our treatments, really one of the biggest changes I see in my patients is with their emotional, self-confidence, things like that. They glow, they smile more. It's actually one of my favorite things to see is when they come in and they get their pre-op photos and their post-op photos. In those post-op photos, they almost all have a little Mona Lisa smile and their eyes are brighter and they glow. And that goes back to people not quite knowing what's different, but just something is better about them, something is more confident about them. And that is why we try to deliver tailored, individualized, natural results. And we try to do it in a way to build the best version of you. We're not trying to change the way you look. We're not trying to make you unrecognizable to the people around you. We are just trying to make you look the best that you possibly can for you. I can empathize with patients that this is a big decision for them. This is, for a lot of patients, something they've been thinking about for many years. They've asked their friends, maybe they've done a lot of research on their own. Even just coming in the door is a big deal for them. So I want to make sure that they feel as welcome as possible, make sure that they feel as empowered and informed as possible so they can make the best decision for themselves. There are a lot of core fundamentals in plastic surgery, but I love to travel to seminars and conferences and learn from the experts. I love to bounce ideas off of them and really perfect the craft. I want to be great at what I do. I want to teach my patients all of the new techniques and the new recovery pearls, anything I really can. I want to bring that back, learn from the other surgeons in the community, really to just be a better surgeon for my patients. One of the greatest things about this time right now is that there is so much ability for us to communicate with other plastic surgeons and really have a collaboration back and forth, learning from one another, sharing tips and ideas. And really those people can be in other states, other countries, other time zones. And really all of that information is so accessible, and you can just call someone up and ask them a question and they say, come on down, or let's jump on a Zoom meeting. Really, that's not something we've had before in the past. And that really allows all of us to offer a better experience for all of our patients. We all rise up together. And one of the ways that I bring this back to my community and my patients is through content just like this. As your surgeon, one of the main goals I have is to give you confidence and clarity in your decision. Whether you decide to do a procedure or treatment or you don't decide to do that procedure or treatment, that's really up to you. But what I want to do is make sure that you have all the information so you can make the best possible decision for you. Thanks for watching this video. The next step would be to schedule a one-on-one consultation with me. You can schedule a consultation with me online at your convenience or over the phone, whatever works best for you. My website is metropolitanplasticsurgery.com, or you can call or text me directly at 480-550-9493.